Hello everyone, I am Nintendo Master, and yes, this is my very first YouTube video. Honestly, I have never done a YouTube video at all, and I want to say that I have a biggest interest in video gaming, especially retro games. Now, today's video I want to just basically introduce myself. I am not actually named Nintendo Master, I just say that for the YouTube. I'm not going to say my name yet, I'll do that in a future video. Now, I want to cover with all the gaming systems and basically what I do in life. And first of all, what I do in life is obviously play video games, and I also love to draw. I like doing pixel art. I do terrible at sketching, just to be honest with you. I just want to go over every system and consoles I have. Not only Nintendo, which, as say so as myself, I have this Mario hat and this Mario shirt, and this whole background is basically Mario, but yeah. So it all begins with this system, the Nintendo Wii. This is the system that basically got me into Nintendo in the first place. I was never into Xbox or PlayStations, all that other junk, let's just say. I grew up with games like Mario Galaxy, Wii Sports, Mario Kart Wii, and Smash Brawl. And what I know is that Smash Brawl was the game that made me play Zelda and the Sonic series. So, really cool. This was the first system I owned. Not this system. This is a modded Wii that comes with NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, emulators, and such. So, that starts off with that. Not only do I have the Wii, I want to go over by all the systems that I own by the year. So let's get on to it. So the first handheld I have ever owned when I was a kid was a Nintendo 3DS XL. Now I don't have this 3DS XL because back in the years I've never had responsibility of taking care of my own system. So right now I have the original Nintendo 3DS. As you may say, yes, this is the first model, and new Nintendo 3DS XLs are, way better technology than the original ones, but honestly, I love this thing. This is a modded 3DS, so not all these systems are modded, only the Wii and the 3DS, and maybe some systems then and there, but this system is absolutely one of my favorite systems of all time. I'm not going to cover the games and stuff, I'm just showing the console, so. The next system, I'm gonna say, let's see, oh yeah, the Nintendo 64. This was one of the first generations of 3D gaming. This is what really brought into the 3D gaming market, and this came out in 1996. That had the launch title like Pilot Wing 64 and Super Mario 64. That was the game I played first of all on the system. I got this system like 5 years ago, so this is a freaking good system. Awesome games like GoldenEye, Legend of Zelda, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64, and so on. This is the best 3D system to ever even a crossover. This is the beginning generation. And if you think of it this way, GoldenEye is what kind of brought Call of Duty series and the Halo series to follow its footsteps. It's really fascinating. Okay, the next system is the Nintendo GameCube. Now, this is the most legendary systems in my opinion. It had the coolest graphics, the best games, and yet the best controller ever made. It is the most well-used controller, let's just say. It's been used time and time again, like the Wii, the Switch, the Wii U, so on. Not only the controller, this has some unique hardware like a handlebar and let's just say the design feature that looks like a cube, but Nintendo wasn't made to make it a cube. They just wanted to make the smallest system they can make. It was also the first system to use optional discs instead of the 64 using cartridges. So, yeah, pretty cool. The next system I have is the Super Nintendo. Yes, this is the original US one. This came out in 1991 with the release of Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Metroid, and so on. This is personally the best Nintendo system ever made, with the most fantastic library ever made, ever created. This is what really bought into the market, but unfortunately it didn't sell too well like the NES did. But this Super Nintendo, heck, this is the coolest. What's cool about it is that it has 16-bit, and you could just, it's more improved, better sound, better graphics, better gameplay, so on. So that's all I can really say about it. I don't really have that much games for it, but I do have an emulator, so nice. And next system, I got the old Nintendo. This looks like literally a VCR, not gonna lie. And I got this in pretty good condition, so I'm fine. Like, the connectors still work, Want to talk to you about this system. Ever since 1983, they released the Famicom in Japan. This particular system came out 2 years later. That released Super Mario Brothers, it released Balloon Fight, it released all kinds of games. This is the game that started the Zelda series, and I wouldn't say the Mario series, I would say maybe the Metroid series. Let's just say that. So, this was the most popular system back in the day. It dominated the sales back in the days. It was the hottest toy in that timeline. So, what's so unique about this system is the fun factor. It's the nostalgicness. Like, most adults played this when they were older, like Contra, Mike Tyson, and so on. I love this system because of the games. The accessories are nice. Like the Zapper, it is awesome. Like how you don't have to use the sensors, just like how you do with the Power Glove. It sucks. But still, this is the most iconic and most important piece of history, the Nintendo Entertainment System, let's just say. Then I also have one of the newest Nintendo system, the Switch Lite. Now, I'm just doing this by out of order, but this is the only Switch I currently own. I was going to get a Switch until, well, the coronavirus hit and all the Switches were sold out, so I got this. This is the most best Nintendo system handhelds I have ever owned. This has great games like Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Animal Crossing, Super Smash Bros., and so much more. What I love about the system is how compacted, it has great battery life, and yes, I do have Joy-Con drip issues, but it rarely happens, so this system is definitely worth a shot. With the $200, I think it's worth it just for this cheap Switch. Is it worth it? Absolutely. But I want to talk about, why it's good. Just to kind of get that out of the way. So, the Switch was supposed to be like a newer version of the Switch, or mini Switch, to like more affordable and just, The next system is probably one of the oldest handhelds I got, the Game Boy Color. Yes, this is probably the least liked Game Boy. I honestly really love this system. I played like 50 hours of Pokemon in this system. And what I love about the system, the battery life lasts incredibly long. Like 30 hours of gameplay. I never even have to worry about charging it, just put in the batteries and then there you go. You have a game on the go. What made this system so popular at the time was there wasn't really a backlight, but it had color, more memory, it saved more data. It was just a more better, powerful predecessor from the original. And the design, I have this atomic purple. It looks sexy. It is just the coolest looking Game Boy just out there. But unfortunately, I don't got the original Game Boy, but I will get it further on. So, but what I do have is the Game Boy Advance SP. This is the foldable version of the original Game Boy Advance, and this is the original standard model. This was the Game Boy that finally had backlight rather than the Game Boy Light, but this is what it really brought in. The games were the most mind blown. Like Metroid Fusion, the Super Mario Advance series, WarioWare Mega Micro Games, Mario Kart, Fire Emblem, so on. There's so many great titles out there. I would recommend getting this system. This plays Game Boy and Game Boy Color games on this system, anything really. So it's it's a great system. None other than that, we got the Dsi Excel, and I have it in a black case. So, to make that extra fancy, okay, this is the Dsi Xl. This is huge as crap. This looks bulky looking, but sleek and just clean overall. This is the most advanced DS ever made for the DS family, not the 3DS. This used to came with a large stylus, which was really helpful for people that has, well, long hands. And what's so unique is how big it is. It is just perfect to my hands. Although I do get cramps and stuff, but this is a great system overall. I played a lot of Pokemon Heart Gold. That's a great game. And New Super Mario Bros. Not going to mention that game. That game is just God. The next game system we have, this isn't a portable system. This is the Wii U. Most people say that the Wii U is so bad because of the name, the markets. I honestly say this system is so great for multiplayer games, and the games are amazing. 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, Mario Maker, Nintendo Land, so on. I'm honestly a big fan of its gamepad. It is really cool. It's really comfortable to my hands. It has a really strong touchscreen, which is a good thing in case it got broken. One time I dropped it and it didn't break or nothing. The system hardware itself is, bigger compared to the original Wii, but I love this thing. I love how sleek the black is. It's kind of like a new PlayStation or something like that. But other than less, this is the Wii U that I got. But oh yeah, one thing. Unfortunately, I cannot play this Wii U because I am completely locked out. It wasn't second-handed, I just locked myself. Not gonna explain. Okay, the next system I have is, well, unexpected, an NES Classic Edition. And think again, this isn't. This is a bootleg. And that's right, this is the first bootleg console I ever owned. So last year, I was supposed to get the original NES Classic Edition. Turned out that I got this thing. This is a 620 in 1 that was supposed to play most of the best NES games that they promised, but not really. But we do got games like Contra, Ninja Game, the Ninja Turtle games, stuff like that. I'm honestly fascinated with that, and the controllers that came with it was nice. But overall, this system is garbage. And this is not a Nintendo system. Was probably one of the first non-Nintendo systems I owned, the Sega Genesis. This is one of the best 16-bit systems I ever owned. With great games like Sonic the Hedgehog 2, NBA All-Star Challenge, why not? It's a great game. Mortal Kombat, Rise Star, I love that game. And there's so on. I don't really know much about the Sega Genesis games because I only own like 6 in cartridges and some of them in emulators. But this system is the second model of the Sega, and I must say, It is a very fun system. It's great. It's kind of just like the Super Nintendo, but slightly powerful. The next system we got is the Atari 2600. This was probably one of the best systems in the 70s, and as you can see, most adults are going to be able to grow up with this system. And what it offers is that it plays games like Asteroids, Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Millipede, Smurfs. That game's really nostalgic, to be honest. The system itself it's not that great, but with all the buttons and stuff, it makes it kind of unique. Like, they tried to make it, nice, but it didn't really work out. But the system, it is awesome. Okay, I know. I have so many systems, and this is a long video, so I only have 2 more left, just to let you know. This one is a plug-and-play Pac-Man machine, and I got this at the Dollar General for like literally 20 bucks. And what this does, it plays 12 classic Namco games, which most of it, like half of it, is Pac-Man. But we do got games like Mappy, New Rally X, Bonnekin, Galaga, Dig Dug, many more. This system is actually great, but it does run on batteries and the cords can kind of go on and off sometimes. But this is great. But finally, this is the My Arcade Retro Machine, and this is honestly pretty cool. I had this as a Christmas gift, and this came with 200 games in one, and it's not a repeat compared to their bootleg that I have. This is actually a different one. So, with this system, it doesn't really have the best joystick touch, but it does have great games like F1. It's a shooting game. This would be a great gift for kids for the holidays, so parents watching, get this system, even though it's not Christmas. And yes, that is all of my systems that I own, and yes, I own quite a lot of systems. So that's basically what I wanted to do for this video today. So I hope you enjoyed this video that I made. In fact, this was the first one, just to kind of let you know. So yes, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can get support for my channel because I just began. So please subscribe, and I will try to send further contents after this video. So, that being said, that's it. Bye, everybody.